he needed some time.
It's not lost on me that George Floyd didn't get that moment, but we did.
We thought we could make more of a statement staying here and playing in front of the world.
We pulled out all the stops. There's nothing more that really could be done, and it's still not enough. People are still getting killed in the street.
It's great to be back on the floor, but more importantly, it's great to be able to have a game plan, be able to execute it, and then put it into action right away.
Just unprecedented actions taken by NBA players, and they've caused a ripple effect throughout professional sports. 6 WNBA games were postponed after the NBA players decided to take that pause. 4 NHL games, 11 Major League Baseball games, 5 MLS soccer games, and 9 NFL teams canceling practice on Thursday in solidarity. So, Richard, how much does this help NBA players stay the course in this fight for social justice, to see what that happened across all of the other sports, and that fans aren't just keying in on, well, the NBA did this? It is literally every athlete in every sport that we've seen, even tennis.
Yes, yeah. You know, when we saw Naomi Osaka sit out at first semifinal match, it's, you know what it is? It's comforting to know that people are supporting you, that athletes from across, you know, multiple sports are supporting you. So many times they talk about the NBA being one of the most liberal leagues, you know, in the league, you know, in America. And now you see that it's spreading, it's growth, and it's, you know, this was an impactful moment, and it caught people off guard. It surprised a lot of people, even inside the bubble. It caught a lot of people off guard. But it was like once they took that initial step, and everyone knew what they were doing is the right move, and understand too, Sterling Brown was wrongfully arrested and won a lot.
Rolled on his face in a parking lot and tased for parking his car in the wrong place.
In the wrong spot, and didn't say, hey, I'm an NBA player. So when there were NBA players that said they wanted no name on the back of their jersey, because it's like, if you just see me and you don't know that I'm George Hill, or you don't know that I'm an NBA player, then I am a threat to you. And that couldn't be any more untrue. And so this is a very, very tense situation. That Milwaukee Bucks team has a lot invested in their community and personally, like we said with Sterling Brown. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the NBA players showed, being that the NBA is 85% black, they just showed they're exhausted. They're exhausted from the things that are going on. You know, from the George Floyd, started with that going into the bubble. And now the Jacob Blake incident, they just showed they're exhausted and they're tired, and they're going to put their foot down and, you know, in a positive message, in a positive way. You know, they're not out there promoting violence.
Nope.
We're doing it in a positive way, which is and we did it with Colin Kaepernick. He did it in a positive way. He did it individually, and it just shows us as a league we had to do it together, though. And that's what the difference is. And, you know, him taking a stand and the NBA stand, it was together. And people respect that, I think. Not that what Colin Kaepernick did was wrong, which is what he stood for. He need for what he believed in. Yeah. But the NFL players, they weren't together on that. And the NBA standing together sends a strong message.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a few players kneel with Colin Kaepernick, but certainly not in any kind of league-wide fashion. And I think you heard that sort of plaintive cry from baseball. Hey, why aren't enough people frustrated? But don't you care? Like, isn't this enough? And I think the fact that so many sports leagues essentially shut down for a little bit showed there are very many people here who care. It is way past being enough and too much. And earlier today, Marcus Smart discussed not just how important it is in terms of their impact across sports, but also with the sports fans and the kids watching. Take a look at this.
A lot of people, you know, watching sports is the way that they cope with things. So for us, you know, we got little kids out here who are looking up to us and seeing exactly what we're doing on and off the court. And being able to say, you know, I want to be like that, not just on the court, but off the court. So, you know, even though we're watching, you know, these high-flying dunks and these crazy plays, we're still thinking that these are black men on the court doing their job and using their platform to fight for justice.
I think a lot of NBA players have shown this week that if you want your kids to have a good role model, we're not back in the Charles Barkley I am not a role model days. No. There are so many exceptional role models across the NBA. Marcus Smart is certainly one of them.